Hi, it's lovely to see you. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
How are you doing?
I'm great, slightly jet lagged, but very happy of all the things that are happening. Really happy.
Well, I just want to get started a little and just learn more about you. I know you have a couple films to your name, but what really drew you to acting, and when did you know that this is something you wanted to do?
Well, I at elementary school, I think you guys call it third grade. I don't know, I was 8 years old. They were doing this musical version of Pinocchio. And I honestly was a very, very shy kid. But I enjoyed watching performing arts. I'm like, but maybe I could do it too. And then I auditioned for it, and they were like, okay, but you're only 8 years old. This is a 60 pages script. We're gonna give you the younger Pinocchio role, and we're gonna give the other role to a slightly older guy. And then the older guy got bored with the thing, and so they ended up dumping the whole script on me the last week. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna take to it. I'm gonna do it, and I did it, and it was a lot of fun. So then I was like, okay, I think I can do it, and just in the years, the passion grew. So yeah,
I love that. I mean, I love that at 8, you were like, I can take this 60-page script, like, piece of
uh,
cake.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment in your acting career so far? It can be from this project or any of your previous ones.
Oh, favorite moment in my career. That's such a hard question, but there's a lot. The first one that I might mention is so I shot this soccer movie. I have a small role where I play this goalie with the Manetti brothers in Italy. But the beautiful thing is that we shot that in Calabria, which is my native region in southern Italy. So I would just wake up in my home, my actual home where I grew up, then take a train and go to set. And it was beautiful, just to experience that. That's one aspect of it. Oh, and also, yeah, I got bullied a lot because I didn't know how to play soccer in my life in my younger years. And now I was playing a goalie who was an expert at it. So I'm like, this is cool. This is why I love this craft. And from La Dolce Villa, I have to say the cooking classes, that that's like a top tier moment because we were working with top chefs in Italy. They taught us how to make pasta and all stuff alike. So I looked myself in the mirror. I'm like, dude, you're lucky. Not only you're back in your country shooting like this amazing project, but you're also getting free cooking classes. Doesn't get any better than that.
True, true. What was your favorite dish that you created?
I mean, we learned to do profiterole, which is like this French dessert, and it's my favorite one. Also, pizza and pasta, so like the most basic doughy things. And so, yeah, I would say the peachy, this sort of Tuscany pasta, which is like sort of like a thicker spaghetti. So tasty, so simple, but yet great.
This is making me hungry. I shouldn't have asked this before breakfast for me.
Same, girl.
So can you just talk a little bit more about your character? The movie is described as a romantic dramedy, and you star alongside Maya Rafiko, but can you just talk through a little bit of, yeah, your character and what he's up to?
Yeah, he's a talented chef. So the thing that I focused most on is his passion for cooking, and I sort of put that on the same level of my passion for the arts, and acting and anything alike. I love when there's sort of leitmotif. There's like some sort of an obsession that a person has with a specific craft or thing that they like to do. Like for example, my dad, he sells and fixes bikes, and that's very niche. But he not only does that, he also rides his bike every Sunday. He does like 60 and more kilometers, and I find that fascinating. You take one thing that you love and you obsess over it for all your life. So that's what Giovanni does with cooking. I sort of imagine him wanting to open a second restaurant and grow and get a Michelin star. Of course, none of that stuff is said in the movie, but he has that coupled with, his love for life, his charm. So it was a very beautiful thing, very beautiful character to portray. It was like very soothing in a way, being Giovanni.
Yeah. And you brought up his charm, and I know that he, throughout the movie is trying to charm Maya's character. Do you have any advice? Like, what would be your tactic to for someone if they were trying to charm their crush?
Oh, I like that question. Eye contact is key. Just look at them, maybe not, don't look at them for a period of time that is gonna make them too embarrassed, but maybe slightly embarrassed because they're like, what is this person doing? Is something in my teeth? Is my hair out of place? Just make them, a little bit look around and see, are you staring at me? And then, it's just the first step to get their attention. So yeah, eye contact.
Love that. And I have to ask, it also is directed by Mark Waters. So what was it like working with that icon?
Iconic, yeah. You see, I was gonna say it before you. A dream. I couldn't believe that he cast me. Honestly, I am over the moon happy about it. What I loved about his style of directing is that it's just very fatherly, very bringing everybody in a place where they feel comfortable, at ease. He always made sure to crack a joke when we were on set. So just making everybody comfortable around him, which is something that I admired a lot because not every director that I've worked with has done that, and I really appreciated it because so far this is the biggest project I've been in. My adrenaline was over the top, and he really made me feel at home, made me call myself a lot of times. So yeah, I'm thankful for that, and I'm like, this is the same dude that worked with Lindsay Lohan, worked with Jim Carrey, Matthew McConaughey. Like he knows his stuff. So and he still does his job with relaxation and a good mood. So I learned that that's possible too.
Oh, I love that. I was gonna ask if you learned any lessons from him, but it sounds like that is definitely one at least.
Yeah, yeah, that, and just yeah, a good keeping a good mood. Don't let anything interfere with that because you want to be focused on your job, not anything else. So yeah.
And representation in media is obviously so important, and we love to tell, especially LGBTQ plus narratives. So, as someone in the public eye, how do you navigate conversations around your own identity and sexuality?
Well, as you said, representation is key. I like to think that, well, first of all, I like the focus to be on art. So art has a message for you. In this case, the movie has its own message about Dolce Villa, about the beauty of living in Italy, following your dreams, and all of that. But then, of course, people sometimes like to poke around and see what the artist does and who the artist is. And I'm a very reserved person, on my own. Like I don't like to share details, but I do, especially in the last years, have made a point about sharing my identity as a queer actor because it's just fundamental for people to learn that it's okay to be that, and only because we have to unlearn what we've learned in the past centuries, millennia, which is that being gay is wrong. It's just a cultural shift, and if people look at the history, oh my God, this could be such a long conversation, but it's just a couple of institutions that decided that they wanted to tell people that it's not okay to be that. So we need another institution, and artists can be that. They can be a sort of institution letting people know that it's okay to be queer. So that's the only and main reason why I think it's important to be vocal about it.
Absolutely. I've had so many conversations with so many artists where it's like it's none of their business, but also it's important to share just for the representation, for people to see that we're out there
Yeah,
and it's okay.
yeah.
And just my last question, what kind of stories would you love to tell moving forward? And then are there any dream roles or collaborations you're looking forward to?
Ooh. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Martin Scorsese is definitely my dream because having said so much about the Italian culture, the Italo-American culture, it's just a dream of mine. Tarantino also because I am a big sucker for action movies with a lot of gore also sometimes. I know it's very different from La Dolce Villa, but that's also, me. And so yeah, I would say action movies. And I love psychological thrillers. I love something that mm, puts you in your own mind and makes you question a lot of things and complicated characters. I look forward to that. It's a challenging, but it's a good challenge. I think it's the best way to work in this craft. To do stuff that once you do it, you're different. You know.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing you in something coming up, and thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
chatting with me.
Thank you, Caitlin. It's been a pleasure.